I ain't even finna give y'all an intro today. Let's talk about this fool. What's the fool name? Scott Zoloff, or whatever the name this fool name is. Let's tear this dude apart. Black Quarterback Series. Let's go.
And live your motherfucking life. You got to get your motherfucking hustle. Understand niggas is going to hate you regardless. Get that out of your head, that fantasy world where niggas ain't hating on you. You got to be grateful. You need haters. What the fuck is you complaining about? What the fuck do you think a hater's job is? To fucking hate. So let them motherfuckers do their goddamn job. What the fuck is you complaining about?
Hey, if you don't know, my name is Keith. I do Black Quarterback Series. We talk about black quarterbacks all the time. And a little bit of everything else if it sounds nice. Like, after we tear apart this Cam Newton hater in Boston, probably talk a little bit of Trevor Lawrence and what I think about that and how his preseason is going. But before we get into that, let's talk about Cam Newton and what this fool said. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to it first, right now.
To believe that Bill will change his mind is what I'm asking you.
I'd turn off the rap music first of all, because I think it's distracting for Cam here. Because in between every throw, he's dancing.
I did see Karen Garisian of the Herald tweeting about that as he took the field. He's doing it in between drills, you're saying.
Yeah. He makes a throw, and then the music's still cranking. I know you can hear it faintly in the background here.
I think it's distracting for you.
No, it's when they play Bon Jovi. That's like the only thing. No, I'm kidding. But he can't help himself to where Mac looks like he came to work again. Like he's here to work. And everything's attention to detail. I can't, but
again, is that
style?
What I was going to say, is that atypical? That none of this sounds atypical from Cam. Yeah.
So you heard this fool say that it's because of rap music that Cam is not focused or dedicated. So everybody saw that being racist except for other racists, right? So if I can find them all, I'm gonna have a B-roll of all the tweets after that, and people just killing them. So, I'm also going to put up his career stats because we need to know who we're talking about. So, I'm going to put up his career stats as well. So let's get into it. So, most people know that in Boston, the New England area, that people are not too fond of Cam Newton. Whether it's because he's black, or whether because he's too brash, or whether it's because he's doing too much, and they want their new savior, which is Mac Jones. They want their new savior known as Mac Jones, which I will give the kid. He's not a bad player. He just got caught up in the fire. I'm not gonna put that on Mac, but from the shows, from every show on TV to all the fans, I wouldn't say most of them. I don't want to give all those fans that much slack. But from a certain subsection of New England's fans, it just seems like nobody will be happy if Cam wins his job. And like I told y'all in the review, in the New England review, I have them winning 10, 11 games and Cam's in MVP conversations. So could you imagine if that happened? So that's kind of the groundwork for this. And most people outside of the Boston area, unless you're on Twitter, you don't really get to see how racist they are. And I know somebody, shout out to Prime and Zeke, I've been watching them since I was in college, since 2014. Really, really cool dude, and he covers Boston. And he put up a tweet saying he was happy that racism finally came out. But we all knew that he was that Boston was like this. We kind of all knew it. Just even with Tom Brady, when Tom Brady wore a hat, it was different. But when Cam Newton wore the same Scully, it was all he's being the thug. So we kind of know how Boston operates to begin with, right? So we come to this dude who was initially since then retired. I'm recording this Friday. I'm recording this Sunday night, so I'm gonna show you that he retired, or not he retired, that he apologized. And it just comes to a matter of fact of, why don't you want the team to be successful? If Cam plays bad, he deserves to be benched. That's just the way it is. If Cam plays bad, he deserves to be benched. And I'll be the first one to say, if he loses some games without against COVID, and Matt comes in, that's it for him. So with all these factors that we know, Why would you say something like that? Because you're racist. That's why you would say something like that. That's the only reason you would say something like that. And it's one of those things in the community, in the black community, we call microaggressions, where it's not necessarily racist, but it's very tone deaf and comes off as racist. Black women deal with this a lot. When people want to touch their hair, and you see how kinky my hair is. Excuse the cut. I'm getting cut next week. But black women deal with this a lot. Men deal with it on the side of, oh, you talk white and blah blah blah. You know? So, but anyway, that's what this was. This was a microaggression, and he's not going to get away with this. Like I said, he's since apologized, but I think they should take his show from him, or at least suspend him, at the most. They probably won't. They'll probably brush over it like it didn't happen. But, you know, here, we're not going to brush over it like it didn't happen. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. Cam didn't trip off it. I don't think Cam's even doing press conferences when this was said. So we're going to move on. We're not going to spend too much time on a guy that didn't even throw 10 touchdowns in a season. Oh, my bad. Not a season, a career. Talking about a former MVP who's one bad roll from a Super Bowl ring. Say what you want. I know they were losing, but if that defense didn't play all worldly, Cam had the Super Bowl. And go look at that roster. That 2015 roster, it was Cam and the defense. That offense did not help him at all. But I digress. So Cam plays tonight. Speaking of Cam played tonight against the Giants. Preseason. Another him versus Mac. So it's currently going on right now, so I don't have a full breakdown of the numbers, but it really doesn't matter because Cam only played 2 drives. He was 3 for 5, an interception, which shouldn't have been his interception because Jacoby Myers should have caught it. Cam put it in the right place, but number, I think it was 53, 54, I'll show you guys the highlight, made a phenomenal play on the ball, and Jacoby Myers just has to catch it, but when a linebacker makes a play like that, it's nothing you can really do. So I don't put that interception too much on him. So rough night. It was a rough night for Cam, just based off the simple fact that he couldn't get no protection. He was throwing balls early because of the pressure. The clock in his head was it went from 4 seconds to 2 seconds. The offensive line wasn't very good. So yeah, that's Cam. And this is their last preseason game, so we won't see them again until around my birthday, which is September 11th. I'm gonna wait for you guys to go, oh, September 11th. I know, I was 8, but anyway, so yeah, that was Cam. That was Cam's long week, and you know he was off. Well, not off, but he was in COVID protocol for misunderstandings and violating stuff. Which I don't, like I said in the last video, I think it was sabotaged. They sabotaged him, but I have no evidence of that. But you just look at the the NFL's track record, and it seems like it was sabotaged. So I don't know. And just for Scott Zerloff's self, and to make him feel better, I was completely focused, and I had no rap music joining this segment. So let's add our rap music now. Talk about the NFL topic.
Fields, flushed out of the pocket. Throws in the end zone, and it's caught. Horstep on the touchdown for the Bears.
So the NFL Top 100, I'm going to put my graphic up. Well, there's the graphic. So the graphics is right. If I say something wrong, I apologize. So Kyler 39, Lamar 24, Deshaun at 18. We're gonna talk about Deshaun in a moment too. Deshaun at 18, Russ at 10, and Mahomes at 1. So I don't really have a problem with that. My problem is with the list as a whole. Tom Brady shouldn't be 6. Why is he 6? Tom Brady's a top 20 player, but he's not number 6 on that list. So you're telling me he's better than I can't remember what Josh Allen plays, but Josh Allen shouldn't have been as high as he was either. but this is a seasonal thing, so I can't really be mad at them for putting Josh Allen as high as he was. But to put Tom Brady 6 when he had an okay season, he didn't have a number 6 rating season. But that's just the nature of the deal. Patrick Mahomes deserved to be number 1 after being 4 2 straight years. I think Deshaun should be a little higher, but 18 is a good. I don't know who I would take out the top 17, put them down, but I do like his placement. Now, Lamar, I think, should be, if Deshaun's 18, then Lamar should be 20, 21. Because I think Lamar is a lot better than Kyler Murray. Like, at this moment, like, they're probably, like, right here, right now. But I could be wrong. Like you said, this is from a yearly basis. Lamar kind of took a step back this year because of his offensive line. So, I would pit him higher, but I'm not mad at 24. He's in the top 30. Can't be really mad at it. Russ, number 10. Not mad at that, considering the 9 players that are above him. Like, who you taking out of the top 9 to put Russ in the top 9. So, I'm not really mad at the list too much, unlike I was last year. It was a lot more conversation with it. As you can see, not a lot of our guys made the list, but our main guys made the list. So going back to Deshaun. So there's a rumor going on, and I don't know how true it is, that the Watson deal to get Watson to the Dolphins is pretty much done. I don't know how true that is. It's not vetted. I haven't vetted it. It's just what I've been reading. It's not done, but it's in strong talks. I think Houston wants a 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, and a whole lot of other stuff to get Deshaun. But from the Dolphins, I'll do it. I'm a quarterback away. Regardless of what you think of what he's doing off the field. If he liked Houston, he would be playing the preseason games right now. So he would be playing right now, and then we'd be talking about it when we talk about it. And so even if Deshaun is, Lord forbid, Deshaun actually did what they're saying he's doing, then you're in a tough spot. But if if Deshaun didn't do what they said that he did, you're in a great spot. You got your quarterback for a decade, and on a relatively soft contract compared to what Lamar's about to get and what Dak got and what Josh Allen got. Like, that deal is going to look like a bargain. So yeah, I think he should go. I would so love for him to go to the Dolphins. That would just be my best thing ever, because he'd be with a black coach. He claims Latino, but that's a brother. And so yeah, I would love to see him. I would love to see him go to Miami. But it remains to be seen. You guys know if it happens, I'll pop into this video post editing, or I'll make a little small video throughout the week talking about it. So stay tuned. Keep your notifications on. Tap that notification bell to stay tuned to everything Black quarterback related. Now, I made a video, I think it was a week ago or so, about Jalen Hurts being taken to the hospital. So apparently he's fine. Nothing really changed about their reporting. I didn't read it or looking for it. They never really said anything else about it. So I'm assuming he's good. If, like I just said, if anything else changes, you guys will be the first ones to know. So the Eagles traded for Gardner Minshew from Jacksonville. Now, if you know Gardner Minshew, he took over for Blake Bortles in Jacksonville, and he was kind of their golden surfer dude for a minute. He was their golden child there for a minute until they realized they could get Trevor Lawrence, then they just threw him to the side. So, with Trevor Lawrence officially getting the starter job like we knew he would, they ended up trading him to the Eagles. Which brings us to the question, do they really believe in Jalen Hurts? Because if you believe in Jalen Hurts, you don't trade for him like that, like they did. So, I'm not sure what they're doing there. But it's Jalen Hurts' job to lose, so it remains to be seen. And we shall see. There's no real news about it. It's just speculation. But that will surely keep Jalen Hurts on his toes. I know he don't want to. Would he be the first quarterback in history to lose his job in college and in the NFL? Now, that's an obscure stat, but like, to get benched in college and to get benched in the pros would suck. Would suck. So that remains to be seen. Stay updated. Hit the notification bell, and I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. So Trey Lance and Justin Fields' last preseason games. Justin Fields and Trey Lance were both pretty average. They were pretty average. There was nothing too spectacular to change any coaches. Not really anything too crazy going on in either game. Trey Lance still learning. He's still got a lot of football to play. By this time next year, he'll be seasoned. But Jimmy G is not giving him the job. Jimmy G is not giving away that job easily. But we all know Jimmy G's going to get hurt eventually at some point this season, and Trey Lance will be in. I put more money. If y'all ask me to put any money on anything, I would say put money on the fact Jimmy G is going to get hurt and Trey Lance is going to start the season. I don't want Justin Fields to even start the season because they play that vaunted Rams defense week 1. So I don't even want him in that. So, and make sure I ran through all my topics. And yeah, I ran through all my topics. That first segment was kind of long because I just had a lot to say about. I didn't even know he was irrelevant until the other day he talked bad about Cam. Cam Newton, keep doing your thing, bro. Hopefully I get a chance to meet you one day. And that's it. So if you guys like, subscribe, hit my notification bell, and I'm out. I'll see y'all next week. One more thing. Shout out to J.K. Dobbins. He did get hurt in preseason. That's going to be a big loss for the Ravens. I think they can bounce back from it, but that is a major loss for them. They might want to think about going to get another running back, even though they shouldn't lose much in the running game. But I just don't trust that offensive line. So it remains to be seen what they're going to do. So shout out to J.K. Dobbins for a speedy recovery. We'll see you next season, bro. I'm out. See y'all next week.
You know, a lot of times I always get like, you dancing around the field, you're not focused, and you're not worried about the game, you're individual or things like that. And to be honest with you, it could be it's the complete opposite. You know, everybody prepares for the game differently. And just because I may be jumping around, just because I'm dancing, just because I'm smiling, that does not mean that I'm not locked in. And I had to explain to players, I have to explain to coaches, like I'm locked in. That's just me living in the moment. You know, no different than if a person is quiet, focused, mean face on their face, or whatever. You know, we all are entitled to however we want to get prepared for the game, and I just choose to kind of feel it out with listening to the crowd, listening to the stands, listening to the boos, listening to the ahs, listening to the music, you know, hearing, you know, your teammates encouraging, you know, with different type of words, you know, looking at the crowd, feeding off that energy, feeding off of, you know, the anticipation for the kickoff. And I'm there, like I'm locked in, like that's how I've always been.